Well, we have a cold night in the Northeast. A bad evening to be without a parka, but we are set for football at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Kansas City Chiefs and the New York Jets. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
Outside. 50, Mike's 50.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Now a run with Cook. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Watch out for Hill on the return. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
At their own 42-yard line.
The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Let's go.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. And just a yard on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 4.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Yellow, yellow. Let's go.
From just shy of midfield, Mahomes. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, They've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Well, now they'll try the end around. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll break the huddle, send 3 receivers left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 5. From the 50, it's Darnold. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now it's Darnold. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Completes it to Hardman. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd down, Wheatley, and he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
He's crashing. 15.
On 2nd down, Wheatley. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Hey, Delta. 58, come on.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold. He's going to let this go end zone for Hilton. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
Hey, wahoo!
Throwing here on third down, Darnold. And he's got his man Hilton. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. T.Y. Hilton. Touchdown number 15 on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They should attack. Y'all playing the wrong football. Check. 66. Blow it. Ride.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
Yellow.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Attack.
They'll try the left side. Wheatley. And some room to run now. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. 7-7, our score after 1.
Nice 50. On deck, baby, on deck. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
A first down throw, Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Darren Lee charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. To throw is Darnold. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. He's got it to Hilton. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Darnold from the gun. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
On 1st down, it's Darnold. And the catch made by Hilton. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 25 yards there on the catch and run. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets 1st down. Darnold from the red zone now. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Darnold, and he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Chris Herndon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets have taken the lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7 as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down, Wheatley. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Shift. Switch it. Easy. Come on, Graham. 61. Matchbox, light.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Looking left sideline, it's complete. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Let's put that team on the
Here's Mahomes to throw. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Going to throw deep for the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Mecole Hardman, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point right down the middle. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
So after the loss of 2, here's 2nd and 12 from the 23. Back to throw, Darnold. That one complete to Anderson. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
The Jets on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Play action. It's Darnold. Open man is Anderson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run on first down. Cook. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He lost 6 there on the first down play. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. The throw over the middle taken in and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the pistol, they run it with Cook. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. On the carry, it's Cook. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2. Look at this, a tight end carry. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 14. Darnold going to lead the offense up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. Looking to throw again on second down. Darnold to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Darnold's pass incomplete on the throwaway. Brings up 3rd down.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. The kick by Fairbairn is good. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And a first down, Chiefs.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Flush to his right. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
On 3rd down, Wheatley. And he loses the football a 2nd time.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. On play action, it's Mahomes. And he finds Austin complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Yellow. On the line.
They go play fake. Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. There goes a deep ball. End zone. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Kill. And 80.
Here's Darnold. Eluding the pressure right. And his throw here's incomplete. He was trying to find his tight end, Chris Herndon, but now it'll be 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here's Hill on the return. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And that will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2nd and 9. At the 22-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Mahomes now to throw. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Check the backer, check the backer. Yellow. Blue block working.
Now on 2nd and 13. Mahomes toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Flushed out right. And this is going to be incomplete. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
We got this. First and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's Darnold. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. A gain of 28 yards there, and give him a first down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. To the air again, Darnold. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 33.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Chris Jones in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Check 21. Jets 17.
Now Darnold. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Here we go, set. 44's Mike. Check. And 80. 44's the Mike. 44's the Mike.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. And this is Cook with a grab. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of anything.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here. Does the big boy have the juice? The 30. The 20. Boy, tight game like this, 4th quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on 4th down with a penalty. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's going to take a shot right away for the... And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Mecole Hardman with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs take advantage of the turnover and put up 6. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Good word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right. All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now it's Darnold. This one picked by Crowder. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Darnold now to throw. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Chris Jones, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Darnold. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
On the stop there defensively, Marcus May with the tackle. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. And he'll give it here to his running back. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track. And this is taken in. It's complete. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. T.Y. Hilton once again the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On 2nd and 10, Darnold. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 19.
Switch. Check.
Darnold from the red zone now. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came up with a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap, came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch them on their heels.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula's not working right now. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive, and a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. On 1st down, Wheatley. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The Jets are going to use as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
At the 15-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. Wheatley. And down he'll go at the 25. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll try the left side. Wheatley. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They'll run on 1st down. Wheatley. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
I'm coming after you. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Hey, alert 3, alert 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. Keeps himself upright. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Sacked there by Avery Williamson, the linebacker.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the 2nd half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Kansas City, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, We'll see how this affects their playoff standing as they fall to 7-4 now on the year. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough.
That's cheap.